morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started. Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting chapter from your Science 2 textbook, and we have already uploaded two parts of the videos of cell biology and biotechnology. This is the third part, so it is very interesting chapter, and this part of the chapter is quite interesting because we'll be getting to know more about various technologies that are used in order to make different types of food processing in fertilizers and various things. Okay, so it is a very interesting part, so let's get started and learn something new and interesting. Therapeutic cloning. Stem cells can be derived from the cell formed in laboratory by the union of somatic cell nucleus with the enucleated egg cell. ठीक है, egg cells होना जरूरी है, उसकी मदद से और somatic cells के मदद से एक new organism create हो सकता है in the laboratory. Various diseases can be treated with the help of these stem cells. Similar to stem cells, genes can also be cloned, and millions of copies of same genes can be produced. Those can be used for gene therapy and other purposes. Controlling the inheritance of hereditary diseases. Suppose अगर किसी के फैमिली में कोई particular type of disease है जो चलती आ रही है like diabetes, तो उसमें भी कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है. ठीक है. Continuation of generation. Enhancing the specific tendency may become possible due to cloning technique. However, there is worldwide opposition to human cloning of various issues. Okay, so it is not preferable, but it could be done. Suppose if the person is suffering from Alzheimer's, अभी Alzheimer's disease या Parkinson disease, this could be hereditary. तो ठीक है, इसे ठीक करने के लिए कि ताकि हमारे आगे की generations में ये problem ना आए, तो ये यूज किया जा सकता है, ये थेरेपेटिक क्लोनिंग यूज किया जा सकता है इन ऑर्डर टू ट्रीट दैट डिजीज, ताकि आगे जो जनरेशन आएगी, जो आगे जो ऑफस्प्रिंग होगी, उसके अंदर ये बीमारी ना हो. Industrial products or white biotechnology. Various industrial chemicals can be produced through less expensive processes. Example is alcohol production from sugar, molasses with the help of transgenic yeast. White biotechnology, basically it is the application of biotechnology for processing and production of chemicals, materials and fuels. It uses enzymes and microorganisms to make products in sectors such as chemistry, pharmaceuticals, food and feed, paper and pulp, textiles and energy, materials and polymers. Okay, so this is what is biotechnology, where we make use of microorganisms and enzymes to make industrial chemicals. Next you have is environment and biotechnology. How biotechnology is helping in improving the environment. The very first and a simple example that you have is the cleaning process. Now you have various sewages coming from various industries and your household everywhere. तो इसे डायरेक्टली पानियों में लेट ओपन नहीं किया, डाला नहीं जाता, तो अब वहाँ क्या किया जाता है, उसके अंदर माइक्रोब्स इंजेक्ट किए जाते हैं. These microbes they break down the harmful things that are there in the sewage, and thus after that it goes under processes ताकि उसमें cleaning हो, और फिर उससे पानी को डाला जाता है into water bodies. Okay, so that way the microbes which are there, okay, the microbial techniques are already in use for treatment on sewage and solid waste. Sewage is rich in organic matter. मतलब सारी जो हमारे घरों से वेस्ट निकलता है उसमें सब ऑर्गेनिक मैटर्स होते हैं. If such sewage is released in natural water bodies like rivers, the organic matter in it gets oxidized with the help of dissolved oxygen. Due to this, level of dissolved oxygen in water decreases and it adversely affects the aquatic life. ठीक है, जो प्लांट्स एनिमल्स पानी में है उसे अफेक्ट करता है, बिकॉज उसके वजह से लेवल ऑफ ऑक्सीजन कम हो जाता है उसका. ठीक है. As a remedy on this, sewage should be released into rivers only after oxidation with the help of microbial technique. I hope this is clear now. Microbes are useful on large scale while production of compost by treatment on soil, on solid organic waste material. Here you can see that huge digs are there are huge pits which have been dug into the soil, and all the organic waste are put into, and these organic waste which are there, they decompose with the help of the microbes, and these microbes give out gas when they are oxidizing, when they are breaking down these solid waste. उसमें से गैस जो रिलीज होती है वो यूज होती है एज बायोगैस, एंड जो वेस्ट है वो यूज होता है एज biofertilizers, biopesticides that could be used. Okay, there are some new concepts in biotechnology methods. Let us understand about bioremediation. Bioremediation means either absorbing or destruction of toxic chemical and harmful pollutants with the help of plants. We have all learned that carbon dioxide is absorbed by plants, and they are capable of absorbing sound as well. Apart from that, there are harmful chemicals for us, okay, but plants can break down them. If plants are used for this purpose, it is called as phytoremediation. Some examples of bioremediation are as follows. The Pseudomonas bacteria are useful for cleaning the hydrocarbon and oil pollutants from soil and water. The fern Petris vittata can absorb the arsenic from the soil. Genetically modified variety of Indian mustard can absorb selenium from soil. Sunflower can absorb uranium and arsenic. Now these are very dangerous elements that are there. So this is how the bacteria Deinococcus radiodurans is highly useful for radiation resistant organism. It has been genetically modified and used to absorb the radiations from radioactive debris. Grasses like alfalfa, clover and ray are used in phytoremediation. Food biotechnology, apart from agriculture, apart from commercial uses, it is also used in food industries. Food items like bread, cheese, wine, beer, yogurt are produced with the help of microorganisms. These food items are probably the oldest ones produced with the help of biotechnology. DNA fingerprinting. DNA sequences of each person is unique as that of the fingerprint. Due to this, identity of any person can be established with the help of its available DNA. अब DNA कोई भी part हमारी body के, like हमारे बाल से भी हमारा DNA पता चल सकता है. So this is called as DNA fingerprinting. It is mainly useful in forensic sciences. Identity of the criminal can be established with the help of any parts of its body found at the site of crime. Similarly, identity of father of any child can be established. This research is performed in Center of DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics in Hyderabad. So here, if there is a rapist, now most of the time here we hear, so many times we hear कि किसी ने किसी का rape किया है. तो that rapist, how that person is arrested. Now हम लोग जो CIDs देखते हैं, crime patrols देखते हैं, तो वहाँ पे बताते हैं ना कि जब पुलिस जाती है तो वहाँ पर they search the crime scene, कि वहाँ पर उन्हें किसी तरीके का ब्लड स्टेन या फिर बाल या फिर कोई भी चीज़, उसकी बॉडी का पार्ट, स्किन, ठीक है, डेड बॉडी के नाखून के अंदर अगर उसका स्किन प्रेजेंट है तो उस वजह से भी क्रिमिनल्स को पकड़ा जा सकता है. उसका DNA उससे मैच होगा और वो पकड़ा जाएगा. सेम वे अगर किसी को पता नहीं है, सपोज इफ देयर इज अ रेप दैट हैज हैपेंड, what happens is they take the samples from the female vagina and they send it for testing, and if there is the sperm present of the man and it has DNA of that particular person, तो उससे भी पता चल जाएगा कि वो फादर कौन है उस चाइल्ड का. Okay, so that way DNA fingerprinting is very useful in mostly it is useful for forensic sciences. Okay, so I hope this is also one of the very interesting thing that you should pursue in your future. As I told you that microbes are very essential for cleaning the environment as well. So here there is a special type of bacteria which eats the oil which is there in the water. So cleaning of oil spillage in oceans. If oil spillage occurs, it adversely affects the marine life. right? We know this. Now, cleaning the ocean without any harm to environment is cheaper way has become possible with the help of oil digesting and fast multiplying bacteria. India born American citizen and scientist Dr. Anand Mohan Chakravarti has for the first time suggested the use of such microbes. Naturally, the credit for the discovery goes to him. Let us understand the important stages in agricultural development. The first one that we're talking about is Green Revolution. What exactly happened in Green Revolution? There were problems of population explosion. ज़्यादा population बढ़ने से ज़्यादा requirements of food होने लगी, right? Were started to appear at the beginning of 20th century. Almost all countries, especially underdeveloped and developing countries, had been badly affected by the effect of poor quality and quantity of food. Various methods applied for harvesting maximum yield for minimum land are collectively called as green revolution. ठीक है, सो कम से कम जगह में ज़्यादा अनाज उगाना, अच्छी क्वालिटी का अनाज उगाना, ये सारी चीज़ें ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन में आती है. तो ये ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन एक्चुअली है क्या? In green revolution there was improvised drop variety of wheat and rice. Popular use of fertilizers and pesticides and water management has led to the increased production of food grains, and thereby large population had been saved from hunger. People used to die because of hunger, and in order to save that कि जल्द से जल्द एक ऐसी क्वालिटी ऑफ वीट और राइस को उगाया जाए जो जल्दी प्रोड्यूस हो सके, वीट और राइस जल्दी मिल सके और कम जगह में ज़्यादा यील्ड कर सके और कम से कम यूज ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर और पेस्टिसाइड्स लगे उसे. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से क्या होगा, खर्चा भी कम होगा फार्मर का, ज्यादा फायदा भी होगा फार्मर्स को और हमारे लिए भी ज्यादा क्वांटिटी ऑफ फूड अवेलेबल हो सकता है. Okay, so Dr. Norman Borlaug from USA and Dr. M.S. Swaminathan from India have valuable contribution in Green Revolution. So the Green Revolution is a significant increase in agricultural productivity resulting from the introduction of high yield variety of grains, use of pesticides, good quality pesticides and grains were used in order to improve the quality of the items and improve management techniques कि किस तरीके से प्लांट को उगाया जाए, कौन से इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स यूज किए जाए ताकि हमारी यील्ड अच्छी तरीके से और कम मेहनत लगे. The father of Green Revolution, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan from India led the Green Revolution as the project director, and Dr. Norman Borlaug from Mexico supported the Green Revolution through the introduction of high-yielding variety of wheat seeds. Let us learn about White Revolution. This White Revolution or Operation Flood relates to the rapid development in milk production that took place in India after mid-1960s. This name is a variation of the name Green Revolution, okay, used earlier to describe rapid development in agricultural production in India. A name closely associated with White Revolution is that of Dr. Vergis Kurin. This is because the origins of White Revolution can be traced to the effort of Dr. Kurin at Kaira District Cooperative Milk Producer Union situated at Anand in Gujarat state. This organization is better known by the brand name of its product, that is Amul. The father of White Revolution, Dr. Vergis Kurin, is the man behind the success of Amul. He is called the father of the White Revolution. As we have Dr. Swaminathan for Green Revolution, we have Dr. Vergis Kurin for White Revolution. He is also known as the milkman of India. Kurin set up the Anand model of cooperative dairy development, engineered the White Revolution in India and made India the largest milk producers in the world. Let us talk about Blue Revolution. Blue Revolution is the water equivalent of the Green Revolution and primarily refers to the management of water resources that can steer humanity to achieve drinking water and crop irrigation security. ठीक है, तो ये पानी के रिलेटेड है ताकि वो सही तरीके से इस्तेमाल हो सके. The name of the ongoing Blue Revolution is to rapidly increase fish production as well in small ponds and water bodies. हम लोग ने पहले पढ़ चुके हैं about how fishes can grow, ठीक है, can be produced. तो ये उसके बारे में है. A boon to small farmers, the nation's nutrition and its gross domestic products. It has resulted in increase of fish production to 5 million tons from only 6 lakh tons to fish 50 years ago. This includes 1.6 million tons of fish from freshwater aquaculture, although the yield from marine fishery has stagnated. Freshwater aquaculture is growing at a healthy 6% a year. Now, how this is helping? It is helping in providing with food security, providing nutrition security, it is providing employment. Fishing, aquaculture, and a host of allied activities are a source of livelihood for many people, to over 14 million people in India. A major foreign exchange earner, मतलब exchange मतलब पैसे के लिए people they export fishes also. We have learned that, so you get money from that. Blue Revolution has encouraged fish farming, whether farmers rear fish in tanks, ponds, or enclosed areas under special conditions that promote growth instead of catching them from the sea. As a result of Blue Revolution, there has been a significant increase in the amount of fish available. Fertilizers. Now, fertilizers are of two types. They are used in agriculture. One of those is organic manure and the other is chemical fertilizers. I've told you earlier also. So water holding capacity of the soil improves with soil conservation due to use of manure. If you're using manure, good quality manure, what happens is the water retention is good for the soil. Okay? The upper layer of the soil essential in agriculture is formed due to humus formation. Various essentials like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium can be available to crops due to earthworm and fungi. In soilless farming, that is in hydroponics, liquid chemical fertilizers are used. However, there are more harmful effects of liberal use of chemical fertilizers. It includes decrease in fertility of soil. So when you talk about fertilizers, fertilizers need to be natural and organic, okay, which is useful for the plants and it doesn't harm the plant. And instead of using chemical fertilizers, because chemical fertilizers will ultimately decrease the fertility of the soil over the years. Insecticides, although the natural immunity of the plant can prevent the infection, use of insecticide is not under control. Irrespective of the natural friends of farmers like frogs and insectivorous birds, pesticides are used on large scale for increase in yield. Pesticides are in fact a type of poison. This poison enters the food web through water and food, and its biomagnification occurs. Various pesticides like DDT, malathion, chlorophyphos, etc. have been proved to be dangerous. Okay, so insecticides, as I'm talking that sometimes biotechnology is good and sometimes it is bad. So here we're talking about something which is not good for our health, because along with the helping the plants, अभी कभार क्या होता है, plants को insects खाते हैं, although उनके अंदर अगर इम्यूनिटी है उनकी फाइट करने के अगेंस्ट द इंसेक्ट्स, बट स्टिल देर आर टाइम्स व्हेन फार्मर्स यूज इंसेक्टिसाइड्स ताकि वो क्रॉप्स खराब करने वाले इंसेक्ट्स को मार सके. बट क्या होता है, वो इंसेक्ट्स के इंसेक्टिसाइड्स हमारे पानी के अंदर एंटर हो जाता है और उस तरीके से हमारे फूड वेब में एंटर होता है, और उसकी वजह से देर आर वेरी हार्मफुल इफेक्ट्स ऑन आवर बॉडी एज वेल एंड विच इज डेंजरस. ओके. Organic farming. Nowadays we hear a lot about organic farming कि ये organic farming है, organic crops है. Organic crops actually होते क्या है, जो naturally बहुत पहले जो उगाए जाते थे crops है, जो plants है जो उगाए जाते थे naturally, chemical fertilizers नहीं add किए जाते थे, pesticides और insecticides spray करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती थी उनके ऊपर, उसे हम लोग organic farming कहते हैं. ठीक है, very simple. Nowadays, organic farming and organic products have become buzzwords. Organic products are being available and in demand for everywhere, and it is increasing, ever increasing. Chemical fertilizers and pesticides have been used on large scales. These poisonous chemicals reach the human body through food and water, and their adverse harmful effect on human and environment became apparent. मतलब दिखाई देने लगा, लोग बीमार हो रहे हैं because of the use of harmful poisonous chemicals as fertilizers and pesticides on the plant. So various problems like soil fertility and pest infestation have become serious. So as to overcome these problems, farmers are opting for organic farming. It includes complete ban of chemical fertilizers and pesticides and use of local study varieties and thereby maintaining natural balance. Definitely this is a very good idea. Okay, you can do it at home also. Organic farming can be done. हम लोग अगर नॉर्मली हमारे जो पॉट्स है, टब्स वगैरह जो खराब हो जाते हैं, उसके अंदर अगर हम लोग प्लांट्स ग्रो करते हैं जो हमारे घर में उगते हैं, और जो भी वेस्ट हमारे घर से मिलता है, अगर उसको हम लोग डिकम्पोज करके उसे एज मैन्योर यूज करते हैं, तो जो क्रॉप्स हम लोगों को मिलेंगे उसका जो टेस्ट होता है, जो फ्लेवर होगा, इट इज वेरी डिफरेंट एंड द न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू इज ऑल्सो मोर, बिकॉज इसके अंदर केमिकल्स नहीं यूज होते हैं. ठीक है. Apiculture. Apiculture is about bees, honey. You must have seen the beehive, right? Worst method of harvesting or collecting the honey from these hives is driving away the bees by smoking the hive with bunching torch and then cutting the hive into pieces. This method causes destruction of hive and large-scale death of bees. However, it is easy to collect honey without destroying the hive and bees. Its artificial bee boxes are used. So this is what is apiculture. एपीकल्चर नॉर्मली जो बी हाइव्स बनाते हैं बीज, वो जगहों पर ऐसे बिल्डिंग्स के ऊपर या फिर झाड़ पर, ये मक्खी के छत्ते हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, वो बनते हैं. बट here basically what do they do is there are trays where these bees come and they make honey. They have these ready-made hives that are there. They come, they deposit the honey over there, and later on this they have various techniques of removing the bees from there and then collecting the honey, and then again this procedure could be done. This is what is cultivation of medicinal plant. India has been gifted with a great biodiversity. Indian citizens have established the humble and strong relation with the nature. We have a great tradition of Ayurveda that cures the disease with the help of natural sources. आज भी हमारे घर में एक सर्दी खांसी होती है तो हम लोगों को बोला जाता है कि हल्दी वाला दूध पियो, लौंग रख लो मुंह में, तुलसी खाओ, तुलसी का काढ़ा बना के पियो. Now all these things are what? These are all medicinal plants. ठीक है. So India is a country where Ayurveda has a great role. ठीक है. हम लोग पहले कभी भी कोई भी डायरेक्टली दवाइयाँ नहीं खाते. पहले हम लोग हमेशा ये घरेलू चीजें, नुस्खे यूज करते हैं. So these are all medicinal plants that are very useful. And because of urbanization और ये जो फॉरेस्ट वगैरह डिस्ट्रॉय हो गए हैं, तो इसीलिए अब ये मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स को अलग तरीके से ग्रो भी किया जाता है. During earlier days, medicinal plants were collected from the forest. However, due to depletion in forest area, medicinal plants are becoming rare. Hence, medicinal plants are being cultivated. Fruit processing. We are daily using various products prepared from fruits. All are consuming the products like chocolates, juice, jams and jellies. All these products can be produced by processing on fruits. ठीक है, हम लोग के घरों में jams, jelly, आम पापड़, all these things that you eat are coming from fruits. फ्रूट्स आर पेरिशेबल एग्रो प्रोड्यूस, मतलब ये खराब हो जाता है जल्दी, और इसीलिए अगर उसे सही तरीके से प्रोसेस किया जाएगा और यूज किया जाएगा तो वो थ्रू आउट द ईयर हम लोग उसे यूज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. So this is what is food processing. Food processing includes various methods ranging from storage and cold storage to drying, salting, airtight packaging, preparing murabba, evaporating, etc. Okay. So with this, I hope this part is clear. If you liked our session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and view the videos that we had today for you. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you remain updated with all the latest videos that we'll be making for our dear students.
This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.